Hello to the nation. Hello to the nation, Dr. PlayStation Nation here, talking to you guys in the mod spotlight world. Today we have quite a significantly larger mod than we usually would review, and today it is the Arrows Plus mod by Wild Bama Boy. This is definitely a cool mod. I do suggest you guys check it out if you guys would like to install it. It is a Forge compatible mod, so you will need to install Forge. Click the link to the video in the description. If you guys haven't installed it, it'll teach you how to install it, and if you have, you just simply drag and drop the file into your mods folder and you're good to go. Also, there's an automatic installer, so if you guys aren't the greatest at installing mods, there's an automatic installer for this mod, assuming you do have Forge already installed. So, now that I've kind of said that, I would also like to mention, guys, I do spend a little bit of time on these videos. You know, it is, you know, a good chunk of my time, so I'd really appreciate it if you guys could please leave a like rating down below. That'd be greatly appreciated, as well as if you guys like this mod, if you guys just simply want to support the channel, that'd be great if you guys could leave a like rating down below. Anyway, now that I've kind of mentioned that, let's get started. So, like I mentioned, this is a significantly larger mod than I would normally review, and that's because it adds 12 trees to the game, 12 different types of trees with various levels of rarity and where you can find them. With that, it adds 12 new bows, 12 new arrow types, all with different attributes and whatnot, and it's really cool. Like, it's much more fuller than any of, you know, the elemental arrows mod or the better bows mod or anything like that. So now that I've kind of introduced that, let's get started. So I'm gonna switch out of game mode here, and I got my diamond axe, and I'm gonna, you know, start cutting down some trees and whatnot. So this is an aspen. It only requires you to be level 0. So you're gonna find that all these trees require to be a certain level, and that level has to do with basically how much wood you have chopped, and that level goes up if you chop just normal trees, or if you chop these trees, it goes up higher if you say chop down a very high level tree. So I'm just going to demonstrate that. So if I do this, and it's going to be arrows plus dot show XP, if I hit enter, it's going to be 0.16 of 100. So if this is an aspen tree, level 0, if I start chopping it down, I, you know, get a bunch of this aspen wood, then no pun intended, I go again, and now I've went up half of a level. Next one would be cottonwood, again level 0, so both aspen and cottonwood are level 0, and as you guys can see, you know, now the saplings are all falling and all that stuff. So cottonwood level 0, if I go and start cutting this one down, you know, I'm gonna get it, and then there, I've went up, you know, almost a full level. Moving on from there, we have the alder tree. This is level 10, so as you guys can see, I cannot actually cut this one down because I am not high enough level. I would need to go, you know, chop down more trees and all that stuff in order to get more levels in order to do so. So, continuing on, we have the alder, that's level 10. We have the sycamore, this is level 20. We have maple. There's two versions of maple. There's maple hard and there's maple soft. Now, they're supposed to be different colors. In my game, I've tried using the hard and soft maple sapling, and they all turn out like this color, so they're supposed to be different colors in theory, but that's not working out for me. Maybe the experience will be different for you. Anyway, as you guys can see, if I go game mode and go like this, we got the soft maple, and then we have hard maple, and I guess, oh, there we go, that's it. The inside is a different color, so if you look there, that's it. I thought the outside was supposed to be a different color because the picture showed me, but I didn't actually look on the inside. But so you have hard and soft, and the soft maple is actually not ideal for use with arrows and bows. It'll actually make a less good bow than a hard maple tree, so keep that in mind. They're both level 20 though. Then you have gum, which is level 30. This is the gum tree right there. You got ash, which is level 50, so an ash tree. And then moving over here, we got beech, level 60. We then have hickory, level 80. And as you get, you know, to these higher level trees, the trees actually become smaller. Like, these really high level ones are actually smaller. We have mahogany, which is actually spelt wrong. That's M-O-H-O-G-A-N-Y. I just realized that, level 90, and then finally Cyperus, which is level 100, and this is the most rare of all of the, you know, trees and stuff, and it has this glowing stuff going on. And all of these are found in specific biomes. I didn't put them on the signs. I didn't want to go and memorize every single part of that. but you guys can go check out the mod forum page, because I don't think you're going to be looking around specifically for these different types of wood. I think, you know, more or less when you stumble upon them, you know, you'll get them. So anyway, now that I've kind of mentioned all that, we're gonna go and we're actually gonna start looking at the different things that you can craft with this. So first thing is first, you guys are going to need this thing. It's called a hammer. You're gonna put 2 iron and 3 sticks in your crafting table. That's gonna create a hammer, and this hammer you can reuse infinite amount of times. There's no uses to it. It's just there's no damage bar or anything. You can use it as many times as you want. And if you throw that into a crafting table with an iron ingot, you're gonna get 4 iron shards. Now the way you're going to craft arrows with this is you're going to use, I'm actually going to demonstrate it right now, is you're going to use the same feathers that you normally would. So if I, oh, not there. If I grab some feathers that I normally would, and then say I wanted some sticks, say depending on the tree that I got, say I got an alder tree, and I broke that up into sticks, what I would do is I would just take the iron shards, use those in place of the flint that you'd normally do for the recipe, and then use the exact same crafting recipe that you normally would. So that's basically how you'd craft that. The bow is going to be the exact same thing as you normally would. It's going to be the 3 sticks, and then I would get some string, and then you put 3 string there, and that will craft the alder bow. So, there we go. So that would craft the alder bow, as you guys can kind of see there. That would be the alder bow. And yeah, so that's kind of how that's going to work. Anyway, moving on, we're going to show you guys all of these different guys. So all of them, basically the levels obviously will, a higher level tree will create a higher level bow. So, you know, an aspen bow is just going to be 3 attack damage, whereas a cypress bow is going to be 10 attack damage. So, and all of them are going to have different features. So an aspen bow, being a level 0 tree, is just going to be a standard bow, no real effects. You have the cottonwood bow, again, it's going to have lightweight. It's going to be lightweight, which also means if you guys want to go look at the actual forum page, it's going to give you all the different meanings of all these different things. So things like lightweight actually means a fast draw time. So strong string actually has will allow the arrow to travel faster because the string's stronger. You have slow draw, which is just going to be a slow draw time, slow draw standard. You have accurate, which is really just a higher accuracy. You have stable, slow draw times, very, very strong string, which is just going to mean that, like strong string, it's just going to be much faster. And, you know, all these different things are just add to the bow. And then you get up to these ones, so the mahogany and cypress. So the mahogany actually has a special thing where if you hold control, you'll zoom into the sights of the bow, and I'm using air quotes. And the cypress bow, being the glowing one, all enchanted and whatnot, will give you teleportation. So, as if that wasn't enough customization, and all of these also add more and more attack damage, you also have all the arrows add certain things to them. So, different arrows, like say, if I wanted to go to the cypress, it'll actually be a 5% of breaking, so it's a super low percent of breaking, whereas, you know, other ones like the cottonwood is a 50% chance, or the aspen arrow is 25% chance. It'll also have random flames and explosion, that'll happen some of the time. Different ones, like one of them has blindness, the ash arrow, there's a chance of getting blindness, but there's a really high chance of it breaking. You have things like, you know, soft maple arrow, which actually is unreliable because it's soft maple, like I mentioned before. Different stuff like that, and I'm going to actually demonstrate a few of these things for you. So if I actually took this cypress bow with the cypress arrow, I could shoot this, and as you guys can see, it's a little bit shaky, and that's just because the bow is not super accurate. So the ones with the really high accuracy are going to be much less shaky than this one, and you know, you can shoot it back and forth. It's going to teleport you there, as well as sometimes it's going to cause an explosion. So let's see if I can actually get that explosion. Wait for it. There we go. So see, it actually caused an explosion. It didn't cause explosive damage, but if, you know, there was an enemy there, then he would have gotten hurt. I don't actually get hurt by the explosive damage shot from arrows that I have, so that's something neat there. If I were to take, you know, this, where is it? Right here, to show you guys the control. You can actually take, I don't have an arrow. Let's take the hickory one. And hickory has a 100% chance of breaking, so that's kind of funny. And then it deletes that block, so there you go. Anyway, but if you guys notice, if I actually hit control, I'll zoom in a lot. So that's something that's really cool about it. You guys, I would really prefer if you guys, you know, downloaded it for yourself, looked at all of these things, went to creative mode, looked at all the different arrows, because there's a lot of stuff I can show you. I could shoot every arrow for you, and there's, you know, a bunch of stuff that I can tell you about them all, but it's just going to take a lot of time, and it's more or less something that you need to try out for yourself. And I don't want to make a mod spotlight that I feel like I'm just leaving you guys with no information, but it's really something that you need to try out for yourself in order to really see all the features of the mod and whatnot. There's a lot of different cool things that you can do, and this really does add new depth to the game, you know? Like, you need to look at the forum page, you need to know, you know, which ones have what stats, because if you had some hickory wood, you're going to make the mistake of making some arrows with it without knowing that there's a 100% chance of breaking. If you guys had, you know, say some sycamore, you guys wouldn't know certain attributes that that one has, so it's kind of, you need to look at the forum page, you need to know what you're making before you actually craft anything, because in every case it's not going to make the best arrow or the best bow or anything like that. But anyway, hopefully you guys did kind of enjoy this mod spotlight. Hopefully it didn't go too long for you guys. But anyway, remember to rate the video down below, subscribe to the nation if you already haven't, and I'm the Doctor, and I'm out. Peace!